all you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke.
Yeah, hey, well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Rilla gang, that's a true name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest in. I'm tired of niggas, they frontin' they blessings. They want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king of apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empires fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
Fat phobia is real and it's a social justice issue.
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Come on, really?
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Normus.
The
sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles, testicles. Ooh. Welcome everyone to episode 20 hundo and foie of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustling your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is sponsored by, waiting, Everest and K2 flexing on all you beaches. Yeah. It didn't go, the Carolina. There we go. All right, fine.
It's the fucking Catalina.
Rough around the edges, missed the button. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it's the fucking Catalina water mixer. It's goddamn Fef, fam. It is fucking Fef. How are we doing today? All right. Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to episode 2044. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. You are ready for a rip-roaring adventure. It is Fef, which is the day in which we delete, unfollow, unfriend. We cut out all the noise and we tighten our circle, ladies. Ladies, tighten those circles. Tighten those circles for the knowledge cock, because you know it's going to feel like your first time every time if you're here on the Mancast. Now, of course, make sure you are leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. Check us out, thedailyswole.com, for all the links to the live stream channels. Live streamed every single day since May of 2016. Never missed a motherfucking day, and no plans on doing so. Every single day, and of course, you can find and join the live stream. You can listen. Any podcast app, The Daily Swole is available. Instagram, TikTok, The Daily Swole, everywhere. It is Fef. We have a couple announcements before we get into the tip. We got a little bit of juice trickling out that we got to talk about. We have an accountability meeting on Monday, December 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Accountability meeting. We're going to do another live call, so make sure that you are ready. Monday, December 13th, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Be there or be square. If you're not a member, you will not get access to this episode, and that would suck for you. Not for the SwoleFam, but for you. If you're not part of the SwoleFam. If you're part of the SwoleFam, it won't suck. SwoleNormousX.com. Join the fam today. We'll talk about that in a moment. Very exciting times. Very exciting things going on. It's a hectic time of year for a lot of you. There's a lot of shit going on in your personal sphere, in the realm, in the world, but we are staying focused. We're staying focused on getting what we need to get done every single day. So make sure that you follow your 7 pillars and you keep your head down. Keep on grinding, fam. Keep on grinding. I know, Falcon. I do know. We have to get the show started. We already got the show started. We're starting. We're here. We're live. We're streaming. I'm not sure what the problem is. Let's say hi to the SwoleFam. We got, no names, just opinions. It sounds like the podcast. Sean, what's up, Amanda? Nick, how we doing? Cerny? Danny, we are live. We are live everywhere. Let's see here. Marissa, Holly, let's see. How come some of you, Cerny, how come you're not watching on Facebook? It says it's connected. We're all connected everywhere. Is it not streaming there on Facebook again? I fixed it, and it says online and people watching. Is it not working again? Whenever I see Cerny on Discord, I'm like, what's going on over here? So I see everyone commenting on YouTube. Is it still broken? It says online. It says people watching. So go check it out on YouTube. Go check it out on Facebook. Says it looks good. But you never know. Is it lying to me? Is the technology lying to me? Anyway, all right, today is a good day. I agree, Jeremy. And you know what? We'll kick it off with that. So Jeremy is going to kick off this nut-busting session. Are you ready, fam? Let's get into... Let's bust this nut open. Let's summon the Falcon. Here we go. Clear my throat. The pressure. Voice of an angel. Falcon. It's glorious. It is glorious. Had to go turn something off, but my goodness, go to the fucking gym. It looks phenomenal. It looks phenomenal. What a card. Drop in the comments down below. Hashtag GTTFG. If you know what that means, it means go to the fucking gym. And Leo, put the freaking sparkling bone broth down. Can we get this guy some help maybe in 2022? Can we maybe get him a little bit of help, like for once? Well, come on, let's do him a favor, all right? All right, fam, it's time for the tip. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's fucking go. Moisturize. Yeah. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. Let's fucking go. It's time for the man cast. Let's just jump right into today's episode. We got one from Annika. Let's see what we got here. Let's kick us off with a little SwoleFam action. Annika says, a very early good morning from Australia. It's 5 a.m. I've been doing hip mobility and diaphragm stretching for 30 minutes. Now dressing for a coffee and morning swim session. Gotta get it done even when extra work shifts take away my usual swim time. Get after it, fam. Yeah, make sure you swim. Swim as far as you can away from the concentration camps. Swim, swim, swim. Get away. Swim to another country if you can. I hope you're doing well, Annika. Good to hear that you're still working hard and you are still crushing your swimming, getting those gains, getting those fucking gains. We like it. We like it. Just a little trolling a little bit, but it's true. But it's true. All right. From Inside Swolenormous X from Push Bravo. Oh my God. From Chris. Completed on 12/3/21. I am really digging these splits, not having to change much of what I was doing. Some adaptations and some increase, pushing me a little further, and I'm loving it. Fantastic, bro. Glad you're enjoying the program. Push Bravo. Love that workout. Christine, today was the express for hamstrings and glutes. Lots of popping and crunching. It feels like I've pulled an oblique or something right above the hip. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe. There are a lot of muscles that attach to the hip, so it depends on where you're feeling that. It could be the oblique, it could be a hip flexor, it could be, psoas muscle, could be something knotted up, but hopefully you're doing well, and maybe give a little more context in the chat or in the Telegram. Let us know what's going on. Maybe we could help you out. All right, let's see. We got a comment on Express Prop Flow from Lisa, and Lisa writes, thank you, Alex. With a lot of overall body tightness today and not a lot of time, this practice was perfect for me. Really enjoyed the prop work too. Namaste. Swolemaste indeed. Swolemaste indeed. I'm telling you, fam, if you have not yet tried the prop classes, we talk about it now and again when we read some of these comments. If you have not yet tried one of the prop classes in the yoga studio in Swolenormous X, make sure you try it. Using a prop is not a regression. It doesn't mean you're a pussy. It doesn't mean that you can't do it properly. A prop class is used in order to leverage those props to get into positions you wouldn't be able to get into with just your body. So these props are fantastic. The props are fantastic and will help you sometimes align yourself. It might align your spine. If you can't reach the ground, it brings the ground up to you. It'll get you in a bend. It'll get you in a certain position that you wouldn't be able to do without them. So make sure you are practicing. Yes, try the wheel class, try the prop class, get yourself a block, get yourself a strap. And the good thing about those props is they're very inexpensive. You can find yoga blocks anywhere. You can use a towel or an old t-shirt for a strap, or you can use a belt. And a yoga strap is, God, usually you can get a block and a strap on Amazon for 10 or 15 bucks. So fantastic. All right, and Sean, I like this one. It's a very simple post.
What's in the box?
It's a very, very, very simple post. Swole season, legs demolition. Fucking love it. Let's get some yow. Yeah. Swole season, baby. How many of you are doing Swole season? Oh yeah, Chris, you're watching live. How many of you are doing Swole season right now? It's definitely Swole season. It's definitely the season for the Swole. Chris writes, day 3 down on Swole season week 1 for the second week. Info recordings noted. Papa, it's a great program. Go to the fucking gym. Thank you, Chris. I'm glad you're liking it. Keep after it. Keep fucking after it. Jay, what's up, Joe? Love the Swolga. Why, thank you, Joe. Thank you. More Swolga to come. We are coming up. By the way, as we kind of continue, we got another SwoleFam post? Yeah, we got another 2 SwoleFam posts. But before we do, reminder, it's the perfect timing for that. Perfect timing to remind you. We have the accountability meeting, right? We have the accountability meeting on Monday, this Monday, the day after tomorrow. The day after tomorrow. I said that right. But we also have our Swole Year release party on Wednesday, December 29th at 6 p.m. So mark your calendar. So we got some big releases. We're going to recap the entire year. We're also going to drop some new content and, have a nice little private fiesta with the SwoleFam. So very, very much so looking forward to the Swole Year release party. It's going to be absolute fire. So make sure you're there for that. Make sure you're ready. Make sure you're ready to go. Wednesday, December 29th at 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be absolutely legit. Absolutely legit. As always. Our release parties are always legit, but especially the new year. We start early. We don't wait for everyone else. We don't wait for the first. Fuck those jabronis. Let them drink themselves into a stupor. We're crushing it a couple days early. All right, Steph. Hello. Welcome to the fam. Steph writes, hello, SwoleFam. Thank you to the admins for accepting my request. Well, we couldn't leave you out there in the cold, Steph. Let's see. I'm new to the community, though I've been following Papa Swolio on social media platforms for a few weeks now. I'm here to improve my health and slim down. I have a million questions, but I'll get to them later. I have a lot of health issues working against me: endometriosis, ovarian cysts, sacroiliac joint dysfunction impacting the sciatic nerve, and digestive issues. It seems like I can't get ahead. I don't have a lot of people around me to encourage good habits and support my goals, so here I am. I'm medically cleared to work out by my doctor. I'm 5 foot 2 inches tall and around 185 pounds. My goal right now is to drop my BMI below 30, and once I've done that, I think 125 pounds is a reasonable ending goal as far as weight is concerned. Yeah, that's probably about right. With muscle mass and stuff. That's good. That's about right. I recognize it's going to be a long way there. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you. Well, fucking thank you for being here. Thank you for posting and sharing with us. Good news. Well, it's really hard. It's really hard when you're dealing with medical issues like that, especially if you don't have people around you that are giving you support. So I'm really interested to hear about your nutrition and how you're going to be approaching this. Obviously, a lot of you here have dealt with similar issues, but a real strong elimination diet, as long as it's cleared, as long as there's no contraindications, would be a great place to start. Cutting out all the processed sugars and excessive carbohydrate consumption, making sure that you're getting in your organ meats, getting in, grass-fed beef or wild-caught fish, making sure you're finding the proteins that are ideal for you, but really focusing on food quality. Food quality is pillar number 2. It's always about quality. Quantity will satisfy itself. And with proper lifting, proper habits, and, proper quality food consumption, a lot of issues can be not necessarily erased, but at least mitigated or reduce the intensity. And some other things that maybe you can focus on, like meditation, proper sleep habits, enough hydration, sauna, cold plunging, whatever you have access to. But this is a gradual process, and hopefully we can help mitigate and, decrease some of the, and not exacerbate any of these conditions. But, you're here, and moving forward is going to be a journey. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be adaptation. There's going to be ups and downs, but we are here for it. We are here for you, and happy to have you here. So another round of applause. Welcome, Steph, to the fam. Say welcome, Steph. Jeremy says welcome, Steph. So Jeremy's welcoming you. Jeremy welcomed you. And of course, everyone else does too. And Tyler. All right. Hey fam. First, I want to start off with saying I feel amazing with my 8 months of training and having good quality, nutritious foods. I have incrementally changed my life and listened to Papa Swolio and the knowledge cock he provides. I have really dove deep into his amazing content, and I want to say thank you. Anyway, I may be struggling with training by doing 6 exercises. I feel like I'm doing too much overload. I do, however, rest 1 to 2 minutes after a heavy session. I would like to know if that's too much. Should I focus on 1 or 2 exercises or focus on volume and slowly up the weight? I feel like I can use something to change my training around. Would love to hear a response. #SwoleFam, go to the fucking gym, and 7 pillars. Right on, T-Bone. Well, let's see. 6, you don't necessarily need 6 exercises. That might be just too much, because if you're doing 3 or 4 sets per exercise, you don't really need that much variety in one training session. You can subtly rotate It depends on what areas you're trying to work on with your body. And I have that issue myself because you have that, there's oftentimes that that desire to just do everything. Like, okay, it's chest day or it's back day, and you want to do wide, you want to do narrow, you want to do underhand grip, you want to do one arm, you want to do rows, you want to do pendlay rows, you want to do machine rows, you want to do cable rows. There's just so many exercises. You kind of want to do them all. And if you feel like you're missing something, it's kind of like the thought process when people start lifting, where if they're taking a rest day, they're not growing, right? That idea that, oh my God, I'm not training for 2 days. Am I going to lose my gains? Like, of course not. If you're eating properly, it's just 2 days. You'll be back. You'll recover. But don't get wrapped up in doing too many exercises. You can really have a great workout with just 2 or 3 or even 4 exercises and doing more sets for that. Now, 1 to 2 minutes, if you're trying to put on muscle, I would recommend resting longer. Inside Swole Normal Sex with the programming, you're able to rest, to your required. It's like the minimum. 1 to 2 minutes is a minimum, especially if you're trying to bulk up and trying to get maximum strength. You can do 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes between sets, and you need to rest until you are recuperated and ready to give 100% effort. So understand that it's not so much that you need tons and tons of volume. It's that you're getting the most out of each set. So you're going towards failure, depending on the exercise, depending on your experience, depending on many different factors, but you got to push it. So you don't need to do as much volume if you're doing enough overload. Make sure you're pushing for those sets. You don't want to do a lot of junk volume where you're doing 10 reps or 12 reps. You have like 3, 4, or 5 left in the tank, and you're just doing a lot of sets. And you have to make sure that you're aware of that, because sometimes people just really fucking love to train. Like I do. Like, you love to train, you love to be exercising, you love to do it. So you just kind of, without realizing, you're downshifting a little bit so you can do more, and you just enjoy doing it. So you do more of it, but more isn't always better, because when you're recovering is when you're repairing. So it's important to smash it, overload the muscles, do what you need to do for that workout, push yourself real hard, and then recover. So definitely, and I think there's also this kind of like CrossFit mentality that if you're not out of breath and sweating and just dripping, and that you're not going to be building muscle, and you need to rest. If you're just going from one thing to the next, depends on the application. There are some workouts we have, like in Scorched Earth, where you have supersets, right? You have supersets, or you have shorter rest periods. But if you're trying to put on a lot of muscle, you're focusing more on hypertrophy, then you want to rest more. Definitely 2-3 minutes at least, and you'll feel more, okay, recovered, repaired, and ready to push it towards towards failure for the next set. You need to get that recovery. And there's this idea that you're going to be doing like just running around in a fucking circuit, and that's going to be very exhausting and actually take away a lot of the adaptations that you want for hypertrophy. Okay, excellent. That was a great question. Not to mention, we're getting into some knowledge cock, so we have more time for questions. That being said, make sure you're checking out SwoleNormusX.com and save up to 37% on unlimited memberships. It is Fuck Your Resolution season, so don't wait. Stop being a jabroni or jabronette. Join the fam today. We are always adding new content. We have thousands. God, I don't even say hundreds anymore. We have thousands of pieces of content. We have a yoga studio with over 230 yoga classes, and we add new ones every single, it might be 240 at this point. We add new classes every single week. We also have an entire program vault where we have, my God, we have Swole Season for bulking. We have Scorched Earth for endurance and also muscular development. We also have the 90-day dash, which is a great all levels program, great entry program, and a zero equipment program with the Swole Mastery. So we have tons of yoga classes, chair yoga, kids yoga, vinyasa. We have yin. We have express classes. We have starter classes. And you can stream this on your phone, on your TV, on your tablet, on your computer. You literally take the SwoleFam everywhere with you. And the best part about that is when we do our private calls, we do our accountability meetings, and when we do our roundtables, that's all done through the phone. So literally, if you're traveling a lot, you're in the car a lot, you drive a truck, you are on a plane a lot, or you're just in and out of the house, you got kids, you can have the SwoleFam with you 24/7, 365. We got the private Telegram group. We have the private Swole text, where I will text you if you're in the United States and Canada. But you're always plugged in with the live chat with the Telegram group. You're always plugged into your community, and that will help you stay focused. And especially this time of year, going into 2022, most people, that's really where they falter, is they don't have consistency. They think they can get their shit together for a couple days or a week or two. You kind of eat right, or you think you're eating right. You kind of train properly, go to the gym hard for a couple weeks, but then you burn out because you're not recovering properly. You're not practicing mindfulness or mobility. You let someone get in your head. Your community sucks, so they kind of drag you into bad habits. So you're not consistent. And it doesn't matter if you look at the right side of your screen, if you're doing the first 6 pillars, but you're not doing the 7th one. Or you're doing the 7th one, but you're not doing the first 6. You're consistently not doing the first 6 pillars. And for those that are just listening, if you don't know, you could download in the comments or in the description down below, swolenormousx.com, to download the 7 pillars. But it's very important that you have all these aspects of your life in order. This is how you're going to get results, and this is how you're going to build that physique. That's how you're going to build your health over time. And it's going to look different for each person, but community, nutrition, training, recovery, mobility, mindfulness, and of course, being consistent, consistency. So those are the 7 pillars. And if you're following those, you are going to be, you're on your way. You just got to focus, keep your head down, and that gives you the tools that you need to, that you can focus on and execute every single day. It's very easy to get sucked into your overall long-term goal. It's very easy to get sucked in and think, okay, I want to lose 100 pounds, or I want to lose 50 pounds, or I want to put on 10 pounds of muscle. I can't wait until I could bench, I don't know, 225, whatever the heck your goal is. Everyone's got their own thing. And it's very easy to get wrapped up with that and lose track of what you're doing day to day and get anxious or get depressed or just get frustrated because you're not there yet. Well, of course you're not there yet. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time and daily grinding. And if you're thinking about the long term too much, you're going to lose sight of the 7 pillars. You're going to lose sight of your day to day. And if you're not executing on your day to day, you're not going to get those long term results, or they're not going to be optimal. So it's very important. It's very important that you are focusing on the things that you can control every single day. And that's what the 7 pillars are. That's what the 7 pillars represent, what you can control every day. Think about all the things that you can't control. Most things. Can't control what other people say. Can't control what other people do. Can't control if your parents go to the gym. Unfortunately, if your husband or wife doesn't go to the gym, if your friends don't go to the gym, if your coworkers don't go to the gym, you can't control what people do. You can't control what they fucking say. You can't control the weather. You can't control just shit that's out of your control. Shocker, right? You can't control what you can control. It's so logical, but we forget how impactful that is. So what can you control? Your body function. You can control your muscular movement. You control your habits, how you think, how you interpret your surroundings. That's why mindfulness, brain gains is so important. All these different things. It's important to understand that you need to focus on what you can control and go all in on that. Yeah, right on, Jeremy. It took me 20 years to put this weight on. Patience and hard work will be the key to taking it off. That's right. And I had a clip over there on the Daily Swole TikTok and probably on Instagram as well, saying like, look, if you've been packing it on and trashing your body for 30 years or 40 years or 20 years, and all of a sudden I want it now, I want to lose 100 pounds now. Yeah, well, it's not going to happen now. It's going to take months or years, which is fine because you're going to have those months and years passing anyway. But it's going to give you so many more years. It's going to give you so many more healthy and fit years. It's going to really benefit you and your family and your friends, especially if you have kids. I mean, that should be the reason, right? Like that should be all the reason you need to take care of your health. Let's see. Tamvira. All right, let's see. Popeye got lazy over the past few months. Oh, if you got a question, drop in the comments below. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. We're in the knowledge cock portion. And it's very veiny today, I can tell. I let depression get me. Bad food. I don't like my body fat percentage and my joints hurt again. Got to shed this weight and get back to the discipline. I'm sick of being sick. Good. Sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes it has to get to that point where you're like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm so tired of being the way I'm being. Like I got that with my sleep after a while. I'm like, all right, sometimes it just gets to the point where you binge for the last time, or you drink for the last time, or you overdo it one last time. And you just get so disgusted with yourself. And this is why this is why you shouldn't be downplaying shame. It's okay to have some shame. You should be shamed for yourself. Like, fuck, how did I let myself get like this? Cool. Use that as fuel to light that fire under your ass. Let's see, Chris, am I possibly building more muscle than I think? Not letting the scale move as I'm focusing on hypertrophy. I mean, it's very hard to quantify how much muscle you're building unless you're doing DEXA scans and stuff like that. So it's really hard because sometimes you'll see, oh, you look a little bit more puffy, you look a little bit like bigger. Could just be water retention in the muscles and things like that, which is going to happen all the time. So if you're gaining, let's say, a few pounds, you gain weight quickly, for example, you know, it's usually no one builds muscle quickly unless you're taking anabolics. So yeah, body composition is a whole different game. So you could be, I mean, you're building muscle. You're going to build muscle slowly over the course of months. So if you mean that the scale is not moving, it depends. It depends. It's really hard to say. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, you're building muscle, but it's possible. I mean, you could be building muscle and metabolizing some fat. Remember, as you're building lean mass, your body is going to be increasing its metabolic rate. So you're going to be more efficient metabolizing fat on a regular basis, especially if you're eating quality foods, you're getting plenty of sleep, and you're training regularly. It's Miss Betch. You change your name every day, Raven? Why do you change your screen name every day? Like every day it's a different name. Papa Swolio, do you ever get into days where your body wants to work out, but your mind is all over the place and it distracts you? How do you get back on track, quiet the noise in your head while you work out? Yeah, I mean, I have days where I don't feel like, you know, I feel stiff. Like today I feel stiff and kind of like tight. I want to lift. Today might be like a more mobility day. I'm not sure. It's hard for me to take a day off sometimes because there's always something I could do, mace bell or clubs or something like that. But yeah, it's either days where your body wants to work out or you don't want to work out, but you know it's time to work out. So that's why it's important to use your brain. It's important to know when to override it. It's important to really know your body, what those feelings mean. Sometimes you don't feel like it and you're like, all right, I got to fucking do it. And other times you kind of feel like doing it, but you're like, all right, I'm really kind of tight. Let me just do some mobility and stretching and let's say, you know, maybe some corrective exercise today because I shouldn't be pushing. You know, I've been lifting a couple days in a row, for example. Distracting, you could practice meditation, do 5 minutes of brain gain, center yourself, focus on your breath. That's always going to help. You know, these thoughts in your head that are going to be distracting you from your goals or what you should be doing in the short term, like today, oftentimes those are going to be thoughts that should just be floating by anyway. And it's very easy to get wrapped up in those thoughts and wrapped up in that kind of cascading effect of just one thought to the next, that daisy chain. Your brain will never stop producing thoughts in your head. So it's important to recognize when that's happening, notice them for what they are, and just kind of let them pass on by. Let them pass on by. So yeah, I have up days and I have down days. I have frustrations. Not every day is 100%. Not every day is a fucking like magical adventure. Sometimes you got to slap yourself across the tits and just fucking do it. And remember, when you're looking at the seven pillars, training doesn't necessarily mean, training doesn't say lifting weights. That's not what training means. It doesn't say lift weights. So you can still be training and doing mobility. You could be doing foam rolling. You could be doing sauna. You could be doing some massage. You could be doing some type of, you know, a yoga routine. Your training could be mobility for the day. So it doesn't always have to be lifting. What's up, Bao? Papa Swolio, I'm trying to get my girlfriend to get rid of the foam pad when squatting. The bitch pad. Should I just tell her to put up with the pain until she's used to it, or are there other things to work on? You mean like that, like roll? I don't like those at all. I mean, I don't know if you have access to like a safety squat bar that might be a little bit more comfortable. I mean, it shouldn't be painful if you're putting the bar in the right place. Maybe she's better off with like a lower bar squat. If she's putting it like on her neck or something like that and her vertebrae are kind of like jutting out. What I don't like about the pad is that it changes. I don't know. It just changes the whole distribution of the weight and the bar. I would just say as long as she's squatting, that's great. Personally, I don't like the pads, but you know, be grateful that she's squatting. Be grateful that she's spotting. If it's affecting her form, that's another thing. You don't want to, sometimes it could be a little bit too much. It can put too much pressure on the shoulder because then you're moving the bar further away. Might be a little more pressure for external rotation if you don't have mobility in your shoulder. I don't like those things. I'm trying to get her to get rid of the pad. Is it just like is it just hurts her? Maybe she doesn't have the placement proper on her back. Otherwise, maybe you can get a thinner pad or maybe work her into it. Just be grateful that she's squatting. You have a girlfriend that's squatting. Good man. Good man. Also, you could also get her into other types of squats. She might find other ones that are even better too, if it's uncomfortable. If she has good form with that, that's great. But also doing like Bulgarian split squats with dumbbells is fantastic. It's a super underrated exercise. I don't know if it's underrated anymore, but a lot of people aren't aware of it or how to do it properly, but it's a great exercise. Tyler, does beef liver have to be grass-fed in order to eat it raw? Does it have to be? I'll give you the short answer. You can eat a lot of things raw. Doesn't mean that you should. For me, if I'm eating any organ meats, cooked or not, I want to eat the organs from a healthier animal, as healthy as possible. So I personally would not eat, if I have the choice, to eat beef liver raw from an unhealthy animal. And if they're being fed grains, they're not, if they're just like from a confined feedlot, these are animals that are really not taken care of well. And they're sick and they're slaughtered before they would die anyway from antibiotics, from whatever they're getting, all the grain and soy and crap that they're pumped into to fatten them up quicker. I would definitely opt for grass-fed. And that's why the supplements are great too. If you don't have access to the real deal, you can get the supplements. All right, let's see here. Hey, all right, I'm scrolling down. I might have missed some, here. All right, Cerny, I did the Papa Swolio's featured pump chest. I stacked the exercises vertical, and next time we'll do them horizontal. Doesn't matter, right? It matters. It matters, but in terms of, and when she's talking about a horizontal and vertical loading, for example, if you have 5 exercises, let's say you're doing 5 exercises, 3 sets each. So let's say exercise 1, horizontal loading would mean you're doing all the sets for that one exercise, then going to the next one and doing all 3, and then the next one. Vertical loading would be kind of like a circuit. Doesn't mean you're doing it with no rest, but you'll do 1 set from exercise 1, then a set from exercise 2. You go through to 5, then you start over at 1. So it doesn't matter. I wouldn't say it doesn't matter. Personally, I don't usually do vertical loading. I just gave that as an option to try it out. What I would recommend is do them horizontal and see how you feel. That's the best way to do it. So when you say it doesn't matter, it definitely does matter. But long term, not necessarily. So matter in the sense that it's not going to be bad for you. It's a different type of stress. You're doing a different type of sequence, which is going to put a different sequence of forces on the muscle. And for me, I like to focus for a body part. I like to focus on, one thing and usually complete it, unless I'm doing like chest and then I'm resting, then doing a back exercise and then going back. So my only recommendation is do it horizontal and then see what you feel and see which one you like better. So in other words, that's a great way to adjust. That's a great way to create an acute variable. In other words, to tweak your exercise selection, your exercise order. A lot of people are trying to do all these different things or just doing so much random stuff day to day. You can do the same 3 exercises in tons of different ways. So even with one workout with 3 exercises, you could do that horizontal or do it vertical. It's 2 different workouts with the same exercises, same equipment. So if you're limited with equipment, or you don't need to tweak things as much as people seem to think that you need to. So stimulation, because we're so used to phones and TV with everything so changing all the time. Oh my God, I get so bored doing the same fucking things. If you really want muscle adaptation, you want to be really consistent with your exercises. That way you can master the movements, your body can actually adapt properly, and you can really use your focus to progressively overload over time. You really don't need a lot of variety. You truly do not need a ton of variety. You just need to do the exercises better, go more towards failure, push it harder. You don't need a ton of different exercises, but you need enough volume and enough overload. I really do love doing exercise with maybe like 1, 2, or 3 exercises. Like I don't want necessarily have to do a bunch, because let's say you're doing 2 leg workouts. One leg workout could be 2 or 3 or 4 exercises, and you're thinking, wow, there's all these other ones I want to do. It's like, okay, well, do some of those next time. But you could just filter certain ones in, and you have to know your body. You have to know which areas that you need to work on more. You need to know which areas you need to build up. If you need to build up your quads, then you should be focusing on more quad work over every single session. So make sure that and you can swap out maybe a couple different exercises. Okay, do a hip a hip bridge instead of, for example, I don't know, instead of kettlebell swings. But if you're really trying to work on your quads more, keep the Bulgarians in there, keep the leg extensions if you do those, or sissy squats, things of that sort, or elevated squats. Wago Lizard, Papa Swole, I'm working on myself and almost down 90 pounds. What? Let's get some soundboard in here. Let's get some. Fantastic. But instead of inspiring my family, it seems to make people mad. Fam, chime in down below. Like proving that being fat isn't a permanent body type, they used to be victims. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I'm not sorry to hear that, but this is what we talk about all the time. What you are doing, and you word it perfectly, Wago. Proving that being fat isn't a permanent body type, they used to be a victim. They take offense to it, not because they're angry at you, but because essentially they're being exposed. You're exposing them, and they're being exposed to themselves. So they're realizing by you taking care of your health and losing weight, they're frustrated because they don't want to change. They're angry at you for showing them that it's their actions that are keeping them that way. So they take out their own self-hatred and regret and resentment out on you. And it's definitely the victim. It's definitely this is why mindfulness is so important. This is what people do. You'll get this with family and anyone else that has experience. I mean, we all kind of have experienced this. I used to get some of that shit sometimes, even though I wasn't obese, to lose a lot of weight. But I used to get shit for like bringing my food places, or people would tease me, or coworkers would tease me and like, oh, you take it. And people are just stupid. It never bothered me. I wasn't going to change what I was doing because someone else's fucking opinion. It's like, okay, I'm going to get huge. Keep talking. Yeah, I'm bringing my chicken, or I'm bringing my beef, or I'm bringing sweet potatoes. And yeah, I eat all the time and I bring a big cooler. Sure. Okay. Sooner or later, they're going to start asking you questions like, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? I want to lose weight too. Just lead by example. You know, if they're getting like, what are some of the other contexts? What are they saying? So yeah, they might lash out, but as long as you keep an open door and you just, don't surround yourself with people that are negative. Don't argue. Don't push back. Just do your own thing. And, honestly, there's a great quote: when someone shows you who they truly are, believe them. Like if people are being nasty to you, it's like that kind of shows more about them than you. Just close your mouth and just keep your distance from people that are being jabronis or jabbernets, but it happens a lot. Very common. Philip, what up? Papa Swole, how much eggs and egg yolks are you having per day? I'm doing 3 whole and 3 whites per meal with white cheese. If you're getting cheese, I would recommend getting at least grass-fed or getting raw cheese if you can. That being said, how many eggs am I having per day? It depends. I had 6 or 8 raw eggs. Earlier, I had like 2 whole eggs and then the rest were yolks. I kind of mix it up a little bit. I just prefer them. Sometimes like cooking the eggs just gives me a little bit of gas, but I love having them raw. I love it. I just love food efficiency. I love to enjoy my food. I love real food. I had some liver. We had a few ounces of beef liver, raw, of course. Had some coffee, had some eggs. Mama Swolio made some of her, like, I don't know, what was it? Her like little French toast things, but it's like no carbs. It's made with like coconut flour, whatever the heck she did. And of course, I finished the plate. It's like when she's done with it, it's like, well, I'm not going to, blueberries and stuff and raw honey on. I'm like, fuck yeah, it's good. Not for myself, but I'll just eat the rest. I don't really like wasting food. So how many do I have per day? It depends. I'm still trying to figure out maybe like what foods I like best in the morning, because sometimes I like to eat big in the morning, sometimes I don't. I like to eat during daylight hours, but sometimes I like to eat, I'm hungry and I want a steak and avocado and I want like a meal. Sometimes I want to get started. I want to eat lighter, but I want to have something in my stomach. So Gina, go to the fucking gym. While I would love this card, I really would love a Swole Slut card. Been to the gym like a true whore. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Swole Sluts in the house. Because well, tomorrow's Swole Slut Saturday, so maybe we'll get back to a Swole Slut card tomorrow. Maybe we'll do that. Will, I've been focusing more on pit shark squats myself. Just feels better, but not every gym has one. Yeah, not every gym has one of those. That's the belt squat for those that don't know. Yeah. Yeah, those are cool. I mean, for home gyms, I've looked at that because you could see, oh, it's like $2,000. Like it's just a lot of space for a home gym. But I mean, in terms of equipment, it's not out of, it's not ridiculous. Not that $2,000 isn't a lot of money, but you know what I'm saying. Some equipment out there is just astronomical. But pit sharks are good. I haven't really done them because none of the gyms I ever really been to had them. Tyler, do you follow an upper body and lower body workout in the same day? No, I don't do total body. It really depends. I like to do a lot of kettlebell work and mace bell stuff. Depends if I'm doing upper body or lower body. With like, because, sometimes you're doing lower body for upper body work. It's not like I'm not sitting down and just doing upper body only. Some exercises for back might include the lower body, for example. If you're doing deadlifts on a back day, you're also working your glutes and your legs and everything, total body. So I'll often do like kettlebell swings. I like to do a bunch of kettlebell swings, whether lighter or heavier, depending on the day. Kettlebell swings are something you could do almost every day, even if you're going light, great for your core, great for just, cardiovascular capacity, great for a warm up. So that's a total body exercise. But no, I usually split upper and lower body. I'll do either chest by itself, back by itself, chest and back, maybe a total upper body. Maybe I'll just do some kettlebell stuff. So kind of gets the lower body involved. Leg day will be leg day. But, you're never really completely isolating only upper and lower because you have to stand. If you're doing upper body, you're still using your legs to some extent. Just might not be a total body exercise. Chris, I'm doing great. I think in Swole season, I'm now doing week 1 for the second week, but I'm struggling a bit with my leg routines. What's your thoughts with moving into week 2 if legs are lagging? How do you mean they're lagging? I mean, you're just doing week 1, right? So are you pushing your legs hard enough? Everyone's going to have those different body parts that are a little bit stubborn. So not everyone's body parts are going to just grow evenly. Like, hey, I'm training my upper body hard, my lower body hard. Sometimes you got to train it harder. Maybe you haven't found the right exercise yet. Certain exercises, and a lot of you might have this experience, but for me, I have. You'll kind of come across a certain exercise and it'll unlock some new gains. Like, you kind of get a power up, like Super Mario or something. You get the little flower. You can shoot fucking fireballs, or you get the little leaf, Super Mario 3, and you can fly. So every once in a while, you'll try a new exercise that will kind of unlock. You'll feel like a sick pump, and you'll notice some new shape, and you'll hit that for a few weeks. Does any of you do that? That's what I do. I'll sometimes rotate or throw in a different exercise. And when I feel something really good, like, oh man, that really hits an area that I've been trying to hit, and it really felt good, I'll keep the pedal down on that exercise for a while. I mean, move into week 2, but just focus more on legs. Maybe do a little bit more volume or a little bit more intensity. James Martina, we'll take 1 or 2 more posts. We got to get into some balls deep content. James Papaswolio, I purchased a used Bowflex on a steel and have already maxed out the weight without buying more equipment. What's the best way to go? Add more reps to my set or another set? Well, it's really going to come down to your overload. So if you're in the hypertrophy rep range is usually 6 or 8 to about 12 to 15. That's the sweet spot for hypertrophy. Usually for me personally, it's 6 to 12. So if you're not getting to failure within 6 to 12, it's just not heavy enough. And understand, a Bowflex isn't a bodybuilding piece of equipment. That's like a universal home gym that, might satisfy certain exercise. But what you can do, for example, if you're doing lat pull downs, maybe instead of 2 arms, you go 1 arm. And then all of a sudden the weight is a whole different ball game. So you might be able to, I don't know what the Bowflex does or what yours do. I know there's so many different brands over the years, but maybe you go into more single arm or single body part movements to kind of get into that a little bit more. So without buying more equipment, I would just maybe slow down the repetitions, make it explosive on the concentric, really slow on the eccentric, and maybe look into doing more 1 arm for certain things. That way you kind of, magnify the overload without being able to increase the weight. Let's see. Philip, leg day coming up in about 20 minutes. Good man. Going to smash caffeine-free pump pre-workout and going at it. What's your opinion on these types of pre-workouts? Citrulline and arginine based. Well, I mean, I like making my own. I think, citrulline malate's great, beta-alanine, betaine, agmatine, arginine, I don't know. I'm never really felt that much with like arginine. I think it breaks down more in the stomach. I don't know if that's really been effective, like the AKG stuff. But yeah, I mean, certain things like even some like raw honey can help for like vasodilation. And yeah, I mean, look, when it comes to pre-workouts, some of these like ingredients, they're not going to be like harmful for you. But at the same time, are you going to get an amount? Are they putting in an amount that's actually going to be efficient? Like you're actually going to be getting enough? Because they'll do studies with citrulline malate that shows like 6 or 8 grams will show X, Y, Z effect. And then you buy a product with citrulline malate because it's so good. And they give you like 1 or 2 grams. So it's not going to be doing jack shit really. So you can buy the raw ingredients. Plus with most pre-workouts, either they have stimulation, they have like other stim and other things or artificial flavorings or stabilizers or whatever. Or they have like, artificial flavorings and things like that. So you can just mix your own. So I would just buy like the ingredients that you want. You can buy them raw and just get a micro scale and weigh them yourself. Just don't do that with caffeine, for fuck's sake, anyone. Like you can die if you like, if you're buying anhydrous caffeine, powdered caffeine, just drink some black coffee. Because there's stories of people dying. They forgot like, oh, he thought it was creatine and took like a fucking 5-gram scoop of caffeine and fucking like his heart like exploded. Like you really fuck yourself up. So be careful. It gets so expensive, right? It gets so expensive. Josh, got about $3,500 worth of equipment and it seems like I have nothing. Yeah, look, we'll do a gym tour, like a little gym tour of what I have inside. I have a rack outside. I got all these mace bells and Indian clubs, and you look around, it doesn't look like much, but it's a small fortune, but you build it up over time. That's why when you go to a gym, it's like, oh, you're spending 30, 40, 50 bucks a month. It's like, yeah, we have access to like $1 to $10 million worth of equipment. Of course, it's on like lease or whatever, but yeah, hack squats are cool. You can do it with the barbell too. You can do it with the barbell. If you load a bar in a landmine and you hold the bar here, you could do hack squats, just change sides. I thought about maybe getting a hack squat machine, but there's really no place for it. I really didn't have room for it. Get one for $2,000 or $3,000 when it's like it's just a lot of space. It's a lot of space. And you don't need a hack squat to get huge. What about caffeine pills? I personally wouldn't take caffeine. I wouldn't take caffeine pills. Just drink black coffee. Just drink some coffee. That's my recommendation. But you can take caffeine pills. Just Cerny, I'd love to see your equipment. Keep your minds out of the gutter, fam. Hey-o, get it? Get it?
Wait, your bigger stickers? Here's of this.
Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, we'll do that. We got to do a Swole motion. I've been talking about it. Maybe we'll get a Swole motion going for Monday. You want a Swole motion? You want to see like the equipment? You want to see a little walkthrough of what we got so far? Yeah? Yeah, fam? Yeah? You want to see some stuff? All right. It's already, we're deep into it. We got to move on. We're going to have to cut short a little bit, some balls deep, but all right. We'll get some. Papa's equipment. You want to see my equipment? You want to see that fucking knowledge? You do.
The little rascal has spirit.
All right. Let's see here. We got one. Let's get into some shit. Let's get into some shit, shall we? All right. Let's get into some shit. Hold on. Here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's deep.
That's deep.
Yeah, we got a lot. I got a bunch of stuff. Keep on building out. It's a lot of free weight things, in terms of equipment. I would love to get some of those things, but you never know. Could always get maybe a little shed or something and like put it in there, but it is what it is. Let's get into some balls deep content. What we got? We got Shira Rose to start off with. Oh, calm down.
You fucking people.
All right. Shira Rose says, "Hey doctors, please stop assuming that your fat patients have binge eating disorder. That assumption is incredibly dangerous." Well, most people have eating disorders, And when I say most people have eating disorders, because most people eat, if you're an adult, you ready for this? If you're an adult and you go to Taco Bell, you have an eating disorder. If you are an adult and you're going to Burger King, you have an eating disorder. You know why? It's because you're eating shit that isn't real fucking food. If you're an adult and you are eating fucking candy out of a package or chips out of a bag, you have an eating disorder. It might not be severe in your opinion, but if you're eating fake ass fucking food, you have an eating disorder. Now, I don't know if doctors are ever assuming that fat patients have binge eating disorder, but if you have a fat patient that comes in, they're not getting fat from the air. They're not absorbing air through their skin, just absorbing calories through the fucking air. I'm just absorbing all these electrons. That's not how it happens. So doctors, you can make a lot of assumptions, but that's why doctors will actually get to the root cause of it. They'll attempt to, or they'll do a test, or they'll ask questions. But if you're obese and you're going to a doctor and you're like, they're going to tell me to lose weight, you don't say. You don't say. The doctor's going to recommend that you change your lifestyle habits so you don't have 200 pounds of extra human on you. Wow. Wow, how evil that doctor is. That doctor must be afraid of fat. That doctor must be fat phobic. He must be afraid of being, he must be afraid of fat. He must be afraid of adipose tissue. Or maybe he just doesn't want you to fucking drop dead from your lifestyle habits. Yeah, there are different, look, when you say eating disorder, there's a lot of different shades to that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not eating properly if you're going to Taco Bell. You're not eating properly. That's my point. In my opinion, you're not. All right, let's see. JD Ouellet. JD Ouellet. What is this? Gotta be French. JD Ouellet. What the fuck kind of a name is that? What is that? JD Ouellet. Ouellet. JD Ouellet. Mentorship Director, Equip. All right. This is a post. I don't know what is going to be going. What is going on here? What's that dot there? What the fuck is that? Is that like Illuminati shit? And a snowflake? All right. Quote, changing the focus of the holidays doesn't mean having to avoid food-centered activities. Doesn't mean having to avoid food-centered activities altogether. After all, food isn't simply fuel. Food represents culture, love, and community. All right. I'm not, God, this fucking shit that just keeps on trying to justify eating garbage to excess. Okay, food-centered activities. Food is food. Now, are you making trash? You can have a food-centered activity. Have food centered around chicken, around fish, around steak, around like food. Make it around food. It is fuel, actually. It is fuel. Does it represent culture? Sure. And a lot of culture is fucking fat and lazy and disgusting. So let's not get it twisted. You can still have family and friends around a meal, but why does the meal have to be garbage? Doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be. It is faff. Let's get into some videos. We got enough videos? We got some more posts, but oh yeah, we got some videos. Oh shit. I can't wait, fam. Let's fucking go.
I'm a fair guy, but this heat is making me absolutely crazy.
Raven. I'm gonna call you Raven. I'm gonna call you Miss Batch. But Papa, didn't you see the article about how the pollution is why people are getting fat? Well, it depends. Pollution is a component of it. Environmental factors, not to mention phthalates and things in like cologne, sprays, perfumes, shampoos, conditioners, toothpaste, all these kind of things, all these chemicals and these toxins that are, affecting endocrine function. I wouldn't say pollution's why people are getting fat. It's definitely a component. Why wouldn't it be? It's not like the reason why, it's not the only reason. It's not the only reason. That's for sure. That's for sure. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. What was that? Who sang that? The presidents of the USA or something like that? Was that silver chair or something? Man, that was like high school. All right, let's see here. What we got here? All right, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick a number between 1 and 4. Pick a number between 1 and 4.
That's a huge bitch.
1 and 4. Drop down the comments down below. Let's go. It's fucking Fef. It's fucking Fef. 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 Go Fef.
Come on, man.
Ooh, 17. That's not a number. Boo. I see a lot of 4s popping up. We're going to go 4. We're going to go 4. Nick with the 4. Cerny with the 4. Mr. Cornell with the 4. All right, Jeremy, Indy, James. Lots of 4s, lots of 4s, lots of 4s. This one is called, oh my God. Is that a septum piercing? Why wouldn't it be? What is with the septum piercing? You might as well just like, I don't know, just carry a piece of tofu around with you. What's with the septum piercing? Now I'm starting to see less colored hair and more septum piercings. Is that a sign of, is that a mark of the woke? What the fuck is with the septum piercing? And for the record, on most people, it doesn't look good. Just my thoughts. All right, this is called Thin Girls Have Privilege.
What's in the box?
I am so sick of thin girls coming onto this app and acting like they do not have privilege.
This app is not just for you. You cannot determine who comes on this app. I'm so sick of it. Fucking deal with it or you get off the app. I'm so sick of thin girls coming on this app. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Piggy.
Yes, a lot of skinny people have eating disorders and body dysmorphia and horrible feelings about themselves. I'm not saying they don't. People of all sizes do. However, thin people do not face oppression because they're skinny.
You just said thin people have eating disorders. There are a lot of people that are skinny that people like will say like, are you eating enough? Are you okay? Are you all right? Not everyone's automatic like, oh my God, you look great. Thin people do not face oppression because of their size. Yeah, they do. Yeah, super skinny people absolutely do, for sure. For sure. The thin doesn't look healthy. Fit looks healthy. Thin looks thin. Doesn't look healthy either.
Clothing has always been accessible to you. You've always had characters that look like you that aren't just the butt of a joke. Literally, fat women are just the butt of every single fucking joke.
I wonder why. Maybe because of videos like this. But hey.
In movies, TV, on TikTok, in society, it's fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry, but being told to go eat a cheeseburger is not the same as literally not receiving the correct medical care because...
Wait, what? Being told to go eat a cheeseburger is not this... Oh, you mean thin
I'm sorry,
girls?
but being told to go eat a cheeseburger is not the same as literally not receiving the correct medical care.
Look, okay. This doesn't happen. Fat people don't not receive proper medical care. If you're trashing your body and you're not healthy, not everything can be fixed like that. Most of these issues that are being caused by obesity is being caused by the lifestyle habits that the doctor has no control over. So if a doctor says like, you need to change your lifestyle, you need to be exercising, doing this, oh my God, you're just fat phobic. Or maybe he's using logic and common sense that you refuse to use. It's not magic. Medicine isn't magic. It should be for people like emergency care. It should be, I got into a car accident. I broke my leg. I fell off a ladder. You go to the doctor. Emergency medicine in our country is fucking unreal. It's amazing. But the rest of it is sick care. Because if you're healthy, you don't go to the doctor. You don't need to go to the doctor. You don't need to be up the doctor's ass every couple months. If you're taking care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself, you're going to be at the doctor more often, and you're going to be at the doctor so often that you're going to be noticing, I hate it when they weigh me. What, once a fucking year? Once every couple years? If you're healthy?
Because you're being judged for your weight. Or being afraid to go get a pap test because I'm afraid a doctor is going to critique my weight the second time because it happened the first time.
If you are not overweight, you're not obese, the doctor wouldn't be critiquing your weight. That's kind of what a doctor is supposed to do. They're supposed to assess your well-being as an individual. And it's just because it's science. It's because it's factual that being obese is not healthy. So do you want them to not tell you that you're doing something wrong? You're great. You're beautiful just the way you are. You're wonderful. Bye-bye. And then you drop dead.
It's literally being pushed into having eating disorders by our own parents and teachers and relatives.
Wow.
Like, it's so different. Society hates fat people. We are seen as repulsive for no fucking reason. I am so...
All right. Look, I'm not saying fat people are repulsive. I'm saying lack of discipline. I'm saying eating to excess. I'm saying not taking care of your health is definitely something that I don't find attractive. We are seen as repulsive for no reason. Look, these are literally things that are nonsensical. It isn't no reason. Okay? If you are a disgusting human being and you trash yourself and then you expect everyone to respect you and love you just the way you are, you can love yourself, but don't expect other people to be like, wow, you're a really healthy person. Repulsive? Maybe because usually when someone is obese, it's because they just eat a ton of garbage. They don't exercise. They don't take care of themselves, which is why they are in that situation. Repulsive is an opinion. That's not a fact. Some people like obese people. They're attracted to them. Everyone's got a fetish, but repulsive is your opinion of what they think. So, and it's not no reason. It's just not no reason. It might not be a reason that you like. It might be a reason that you are internalizing as not a safe space and something that hurts your feelings. Why are you so against reality? Why are you so against the fact that being obese is a sign of being unhealthy? Because of what causes it. It's not magic. It's cause and effect. If you don't take care of yourself, you're going to have outcomes. Now, some people are going to gain weight easier. Some people are going to be more obese than others. Some people can eat garbage and shit and then not be obese, but they're still not going to be healthy. You can still have diabetes when you're thinner, when you're like not overweight. You could still be, have poor health. You can have cancer. You can have other things. So like that one argument that, okay, just because you're, thinner doesn't mean you're not going to have problems. That doesn't mean that being obese is healthy. Stop justifying it. It's off the charts, multiples and multiples and multiples of times, all-cause mortality if you are obese. Yes, that's why there's an underweight too. You can be too fucking skinny. You could be emaciated. You could have problems. Okay? So just because you can also be unhealthy and sick when you are not technically obese doesn't mean that being obese is healthy. For fuck's sake. Stop looking at thin. Stop looking at obese. Let's get fit. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Okay, thin girls have thin privilege. I think fat people, like her, you're having fat privilege because you're able to say that shit. If I talk out against it, I get blocked for bullying and harassment. You know what that means? You know what bullying and harassment means? It means your feelings got hurt. Your feelings got hurt. So I think that's the problem. You're on here trying to fight for people are mean to me. People are mean to fat people. Then take care of your health. But I'm beautiful just the way I am. That's your opinion. Beautiful has nothing to do. That's an opinion. That's subjective. Health is not subjective. All right. 1, 2, or 3.
I'm a fair guy, but this heat is making me absolutely crazy.
Look, I think most people walking around are repulsive. I think you go anywhere and you'll see people that are like, ugh, they're not healthy, of all shapes and sizes. There are a lot of people that are not healthy. All right, 2, 1, 3, 3, 2, 2. I see a bunch of twos, lots of twos, lots of twos. We're gonna go 2. We're gonna go number 2.
Hansel's so hot right now.
We're gonna go 2s. All right, this one is, oh yeah. Ready for this, fam? You ready for this? I saw this. I screen recorded it yesterday.
What's in the box?
It's called Man Spanks. Look at these soy boys. Oh my God. Infinity Sunrise. Oh my God. All right. So if you're just listening, this is literally like leggings for men and they're pulling it over their fat guts to make them look slimmer. Great. So these are Spanx for men. And each one of these dudes looks like they are... Well, each of these guys look like they have it looks like each of them, they look like they're having too much soy. Let's just put it that way. All right. I don't know if these guys are... For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. That was it. That was a TikTok ad. I had to screen record it because they showed it to me. I don't need Spanx. I don't need Spanx. Xi Jinping. I don't need Spanx. God damn it. How do they know?
Matt Damon.
Ever served in a forward area?
How do they know? Yeah, Spanx. Hey, I'm fat as fuck, but if I put this spandex on it and just suck it, just compresses me like I'm shrink wrapped, people won't think I'm so fat, so I can feel better about myself wearing this. Yeah. How about take care of yourself? You won't have to wear spandex to suck in your fat. Yeah. Yeah, it might be great for people with loose skin, but then all right, then you're going to have this conversation where people are like, well, if you have loose skin, yeah, well, I'm not talking about people with loose skin. These people don't have loose skin. These are fat men. These are fat men that are like slapping it in. Yeah, if you have loose, like extra loose skin from a ton of weight loss, yeah, I'm not saying that this doesn't have an application, but look at this video. This video is not people with loose skin. These are men with fucking guts. Those are men with guts. Right? And again, right, a dad bod. A dad bod. I have like the war against dad bods. A dad bod is a fat man. That's a dad bod is body positivity for overweight men. Facts. All right, pick a number. One. Guns. Pick a number between 1 and 2. Between 1 or 2. 1 or 2.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
All right. Pick a number. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Yeah, corsets have been a thing. A man girdle. Yeah, corsets have been a thing for hundreds of years. Cerny picked a number 3. Well, that's not even available. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It is 1. And this one is, oh my Lord fucking Christ. I'll let you be the judge. Holy shit.
What's in the box?
This is titled, But We're in a Pandemic.
So we're in a global pandemic right now, and your biggest fear is being fat, and you literally end your life over that? Priorities.
All right. Tell me who you voted for. I'm surprised you don't have a septum piercing. This looks like the guy from The Office, right? It's the guy from The Office. What was his name in the show? I haven't seen The Office in a while. Great show. One of the best shows of all time. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about. It's him with glasses. It's him with glasses.
We're in a pandemic right now, and you're worried about your obesity?
You should be worried about your obesity because it puts you at extremely high risk for this for this mostly non-issue virus. Yeah, some people, look, viruses will take out the weak. They will always take out the weak. And I'm not saying that I'm glad anyone died, but people die every single day from heart disease and from diabetes and obesity. No one gives a fuck. And then all of a sudden, look, you know the drill. You know the fear mongering, you know the nonsense, you know the drill, you know the bullshit that's been going on for the last 2 years. All right. You know exactly what the fuck is going on. Okay. We've talked about this many, many times. Okay, so being fat's not good. Being obese isn't good. It's not going to help you for the flu. It's not going to help you for COVID. It's not going to help you for anything. It's not going to help you for fucking life. It's not going to help you for anything. This is a reply to a TikTok comment. It says, I'm fat phobic with myself. I'd kill myself? I'd KMS? Oh, this is a nonsense. I don't know why do people engage? Look at that comment. That comment is just gibberish. Why do these people actually like reply to these fucking comments? That's nonsense. Like, don't engage with stupid shit. If I see a dumbass comment, I might drop a text, but I'm not going to fucking really engage. I hate it when I see people like fighting in the comments or making reply videos on TikTok, arguing and talking back. Give me a fucking break. Anyway, Jesus Christ,
we're in a pandemic? We're in a global pandemic?
Yeah, stay fat. We're in a global pandemic. That means you can keep on having your Cheetos. Keep eating garbage. Good idea.
But it's a global pandemic.
Yeah. And if you're obese, man, are you at fucking high risk. Are you at high fucking risk? All right, last one. What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is going on here? What is this video? What the fuck is this? All right. What the fuck is this? All right, last one. Last one. This is called pronouns. Just a thumbnail. That and that's. Oh, God. What is this?
That forgot that's M&M's.
No. Nope. No, sir. No, sir. I don't like it. All right. This is another TikTok video. God, this fucking app is a disaster. That's why I drop knowledge cock every day and I slap people across the tits. It says, can you do one for that/that's? It's one of my pronouns. Your pronoun is that. That. My God, do we have mental disorders in this country? This is insane. If you are using these kinds of pronouns, you are an insane person. You're an insane person. You're desperate for followers and likes, and you're desperate for love. Parents, hug your fucking children, for God's sake. Can you eat dinner with them? Can you spend some time with your fucking kids, please? Can you spend some time with your fucking children, for God's sake? Can you parent them properly? Don't give them these fucking phones. Get them off TikTok. What the hell are you doing? Where are the fucking parents? Where are the fucking parents? For fuck's sake. I guess we have a little bit of like light at the end of the tunnel because liberals and progressives just, you know, are kind of like anti-kids. They don't have kids. They try to take your kids, but they won't have their own. So at least they're not reproducing. Not that they can't, not that I want them to not produce. Like, we need to have more kids. Otherwise, we're not going to be replacing the population, but maybe we'll have more sane people being raised. Can you do one for that and that's? I'm going to play this and I'm going to punch myself on the dick shortly after it ends.
That forgot that's M&M's.
Fuck.
That we're supposed to take it home with that, but no, that had to go home or something. Whatever. Oh well. Is it recording?
Oh, we're so fucked.
What happened to your queer party friends?
All right. Those aren't pronouns. You know what? A pronoun is like a grammar thing. It's a grammar thing. Okay. Multiple people, that's a they. If you are an individual that thinks they're a woman or a man and you're not born a man or a woman, pick one. Like pick one. You're a he. You're not a they. I'm not calling anyone a they. You're not multiple people. No one's multiple fucking people. That's a mental disorder. You're not a they. I'm not playing that fucking game. That's ridiculous. I don't care what you do, but you better pick one. And you better not get upset when someone calls you the one that you look like. Okay? I love it when I see on TikTok, I see a chick. Like, it's a fucking chick. It's a chick. She's got like big tits, long hair. You can tell she's a chick, bone structure, everything. She, her. You don't say. You don't say. You don't say. Really? It's like me going like, he, him. Really? What would have given it away? All you're doing is you're looking for attention. All you're doing is you're desperate for belonging. You are looking for your tribe. You are trying to literally create this like perpetual safe space, like a little bubble that you can carry around with you wherever you are. No one can be mean to me because I said these things. They're a bad person if they call me insane, which you are. Being gender fluid. Like, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? You mean a tomboy? You mean like a girl? Like, it's just, look, stop trying to control other people's speech, right? Stop trying to control other people's speech. That's the problem. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. You can't just keep on making shit up. Like, I mean, most sane people are not going to play this game. So I don't know where this is actually taking hold. I think people are just making TikTok videos just because they're bored. They're either in lockdown or they have nothing else better to do. They're not learning anything in school except to just be, I don't know, to be weak-minded, weak-willed, and just do as they're told. So, we see this with instructors and teachers and trying to bring this gender dysphoria into classrooms. And there's nothing wrong with people having freedom and doing what they want, but it's definitely in the food, it's definitely in the fucking water, and it's certainly in social media, which is the real virus. But we all know about phthalates. We know about the effect on testosterone in women and in men, the destruction of it in men and the perpetuation of it in women. So we have the masculinization of women because of the food and because of all our pollution in our food sources, right? With phthalates and with other endocrine disruptors and xenoestrogens. We have a huge problem. And this is just igniting it. That's like the kindling, and now you're just setting the spark on fire. So you have like the dry kindling, and now you're just lighting it, just igniting it. So, look, again, like this is just a component of just begging for attention. It's desperation for attention. So I don't know where that ends or where it goes. I think it just burns itself out because it's a downward spiral. And it's just been such a rapid increase of just insanity. I think people are just completely out to lunch and they're over it. People are over it. All the good teachers are quitting. I had 3 friends leave teaching with the vid. Oh yeah. Well, they're going to go to private schools. They're going to go to private institutions or homeschooling. Or like schooling groups and communities, which are going to be more popular. I mean, definitely take your kids out of school if you can. Homeschool them. Do not let them be brainwashed. Don't, because like if you're it's super sketchy. I don't have kids, but I would never let my child get vaccinated with this nonsense. It's much more high risk than them actually getting COVID, which is next to zero. If they're healthy, they're not going to have any problems. Anyone that has any issues is not healthy to begin with. And there's much more of a risk from getting the vaccine, your child. The risk is dramatically more than actually any issues with COVID. And a lot of these schools, the point of saying that is that these schools are starting to, leverage vaccine mandates for kids. So it's like, well, fuck, you're not going to that school anymore. It's just a problem when you have the economy collapsing, you have crazy inflation, you have parents that just can't, you have to scrape enough to survive. It's like, how are they going to homeschool their kids? That's the fucking problem. That's a huge part of it. So if you have both parents working just to pay the bills and the kids getting indoctrinated, like you don't have time to sit home and teach them. Like I understand that too. It's untenable. I'm saying that those are the problems. Those are the issues. But if you can, fucking pull them out. Man, if I have kids, absolutely fucking not am I letting anyone else teach my children. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. A lot of these teachers are going to go independent and stuff like that. You can't teach kids over Zoom. You can't teach kids remotely. And you see all this stuff with the teachers that are hanging up pride flags and BLM flags and wearing stilettos to school. Of course, these are like isolated incidents, but it's not. It's not. These are all institutionalized children that grew up and got brainwashed in college and became teachers. And now they're teaching your kids, Marxist or communist ideologies and this whole, stratified victimhood culture. That's where it's being perpetuated. Why do you think there's so much gender dysphoria with children? Kids want belonging. Kids want to belong to a group. Do you remember high school? Remember like middle school or even elementary school? Kids, elementary school, middle school, high school. Kids, you want to be part of the group. You don't want to be an outcast. You want to be the last one picked for kickball, whatever the fuck it is. I wish kids played more kickball now. So, kids want to belong. Kids want to be part of the group. So they're going to say and go along with and do whatever they need to be popular or accepted. Kids are very, very vulnerable, which is the problem. Orwell warned everyone. People don't want to read. They don't want to, people don't want to recognize that it's happening again. People don't want to recognize that, oh, it can happen again. Oh, that's just history. Those are all the black and white videos. That's just a whole nother life. Yeah, well, it will repeat itself if you're not vigilant, paying fucking attention. If you're not paying attention, yeah, it's going to catch you upside the fucking head. The rest of the world's a preview. So the United States, stay strong, fam. Stay strong. We're the last bastion of freedom in the fucking world. Fuck yeah! Yep, it's coming. It is coming. Yeah, there's a lot of studies that came out. Make sure you check out that latest podcast with Brett Weinstein, Dark Horse podcast. Aaron, your child is 86% more likely to end up in the hospital due to vaccine side effects than due to COVID, according to the Hague Institute. Yeah, facts. I mean, look, it's not guaranteed. Like, they might get you might get them vaccinated, and hopefully there is no problem. That's a difference. It's not like we're hoping your child has a problem, but you're actually, look, if you're, think about it, it's called like Russian roulette, right? You have a gun, right? You have, like, you know, the 6 chambers, put a bullet in, you know, the more bullets you put in, the more of a chance it's going to go bang, bang. So if you give your child who's not at risk for COVID at all, the risk stratification does not exist for children, and you're giving them a vaccine, you are entering Russian roulette. You're playing Russian roulette where you just don't have to. It's like, don't play or play. Why would you want to play? Why would you want to walk into a risk protocol? Why would you want to walk into that situation? Why are you volunteering your child to undergo a risky, unnecessary medical procedure? You should not be forced to do it. Another reason to homeschool your kids. It's just really, really frightening. Your kid's in class fucking wearing a goddamn mask. It's awful. Awful. Agreed, Lil Boots. Agreed. Agreed. Judith, the pendulum will majorly swing the other way and reality will crash down around their ankles. Well, that's the mindset. That's the thought behind it. That because progressives and liberals don't have children, that, you know, they want to take your children. They don't have kids, but they want yours. So if you're homeschooling, if you're educating, if more conservative minded people, which are really just maybe middle of the ground, right? You're more moderate, but now you're considered conservative because the left has lost their fucking mind. They, you know, they're the ones who are going to be having kids. So you have a lot more conservative people that are having more kids, and guess where the population is going to lean in the future? Towards that direction, because they're being raised more conservative and in that sense. So yeah, I mean, it could easily swing that way just because, and that's another reason why, and this is just my opinion on this. It just makes a lot of sense. This is why you have a lot of the insanity going on in these liberal areas. Because if you're a progressive, you're a liberal, generally it's like, don't have kids. You are the same as a man, right? So like a trans woman can compete with women, all this kind of stuff, right? You are really progressive with your mindset. So like, there's no difference between the sexes. There's no biological sex, blah, blah. So you're not having kids because you're as good as a man. You're the same as a man, whatever. Then what happens when you're in your 40s, 50s, you can't look at yourself inside, like your ego. You can't address the fact that you never had kids and now you're fucking miserable. Now you're fucking miserable. You have all these regrets. You're just old, cranky. You have tons of fucking cats. Not, maybe some of you have cats, but you know what I'm saying. You become a cat lady, and there are some sane ones out there, but at the same time, and then you just go nuts. You dye your hair and you have, you eat soy cheese all the fucking time. You stop shaving your body and you go picketing in the streets for, I don't know, for every fucking last thing. Or you go on TikTok or Twitter and you just get angry at everyone. You have all this internalized rage because you have all this regret and you were brainwashed and you're taking it out on everything else and you're just perpetuating the insanity. I think logic and common sense needs to make a comeback. I never, ever, ever looked at myself as liberal or conservative or right or left. I just look at all this and it's like, fuck, can't you just use your mind? Can't you use your mind and just look at the actual facts and make a decision independent of having to be on a team? It's really not hard to look at either side and be like, well, that's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Neither of these fucking things make sense. And I'm still over here like, I don't really care what people do in their private lives. That's technically more of a progressive standpoint, right? I don't care if someone wants to color their hair or marry a chick or like, it's, you know, it's just the things and times and things change. Doesn't mean you force, again, it's not that you're forcing people to do any one thing, but also we have a big country. Most countries are not like ours. Most countries are not this fucking big. So we have a lot of fucking people. We have a lot of fucking space and we have a lot of different areas. So it doesn't mean that the United States has to break apart. It just means that it's just going to be more and more polarized in terms of certain areas are going to have all these different ideals. You're going to go there. You can wear your 6 masks. You can be told what to do. You can have, you know, I don't know, you can have your schools teach whatever it is. And then people that don't like that are going to get the fuck out, which is what has been happening in the last couple of years. People are like, okay, I'm leaving this insanity. I'm going to go live in a place where people use logic and common sense. And that's my opinion, but that's what people are going to do. So it's going to start like, you know, sifting more and more to people moving around people in communities where they are around people that think similarly, but in most cases, it's going to be more logically. Like, let people do what they want to do. Stop trying to impose your will on other people, which is the problem with most of these liberal cities and states where it's like, you do what we say because, you know, this is, you know, whatever it is. Like, this is the science. By the way, there is no such thing as the science. So if you have anyone blowing smoke up your ass, like, well, pay attention, listen to the science. That doesn't exist, by the way. There's no such thing as the science. There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. There's no the science. That's a cult. That's a religion. It might be scientism, but that's not science. Science asks questions and tests hypotheses. So there is no the science. If you listen to the science, you technically should be listening to all the conversations. You should be listening to everyone. You should be really analyzing and looking at it objectively, not telling people what to do because this is the way it is. That's not science. That's authoritarianism. So it's bad. It's a lot worse. It's a lot worse than most people think. And I'm not sitting here trying to be like the media, like, oh my God, it's bad, but it's fucking bad. It's bad. And these things have a whip effect. We've been talking about inflation for a while now. It's more on the mainstream. You know, oh my God, inflation's coming. 2022 is going to be rough. So we got to stick together. We got to, you know, keep our heads, you know, screwed on straight. Just be smart, you know, stay centered, move out of a shitty area if you can. Just, you know, be mindful because things are going to get worse before they get better. Yeah, like just someone telling you what to do. I have my opinions. I'm always voicing my opinions. I'm not saying anything here that this is the fact. This is the way it is. Everyone's going to perceive things differently based on their experiences, their background. You know, I want the best for all of you, but you have to think logically. And a lot of people have literally lost their minds. They cannot think logically. They cannot think without getting upset. They cannot think without trying to control what other people say. And that's a huge problem. Like from the pronouns, like, don't tell me what to say. Don't tell me what I can say, what I can't say. Don't tell me, your feelings don't mean anything to me for my freedoms. Your feelings do not infringe on my freedoms. Seriously, no one's feelings infringe on anyone's freedoms. That's my opinion. I'm much more libertarian that way. Like, I mean, it's a very shaky ground when you start talking about hate speech is really just speech you don't like. And I'm not saying that things are going to be nice, but at the same time, you know, we might have some cultural things that we all agree, like, all right, these things we just don't really say because there's no need to say these things. But at the same time, freedom is freedom. And people are using feelings as this kind of universal get out of jail free card. I can say whatever the fuck I want because I'm putting up these pronouns or these flags and these acronyms in my bio. And I can say whatever I want and be a fucking flaming racist and play the victim. And then everyone else is a meanie and then they can get banned. It's just censorship. It's happened throughout history. And if you don't know your history, this is why history repeats itself, right? In the famous quote, right? History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. Yeah. Or sometimes it repeats itself. Sometimes it doesn't rhyme. Sometimes it just fucking repeats itself. So, you know, understand this is how it happens. Humans are no different today than a few hundred years ago or 500 years ago. Same humans, a little bit taller, more technology, but not necessarily better off. So we might have more things, we might have more specialization, which allows us to create technology and give us time to be creative and create more things exponentially. But we're the same people that allowed the concentration camps, the death camps in World War II. We're the same people that were around for, Maoist China. We're the same people that are around for Stalin. We're the same people that, we're the same, DNA. We're the same type of creature. This is how people work. People take control. People take power. People, it's this whole chess, this whole constant chessboard. Yeah, just be mindful. Be mindful. Is the live still on? No, we are not live. Of course we are. Of course we are.
Inconceivable!
Inconceivable, isn't it? It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Let's give away today's Swole card, shall we? Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. We got to go with the fucking gym card. By the way, fam, look, again, these are all my opinions. These are my opinions. These are my thoughts. This is my experience. This is what I see. I'm not saying everything I say is correct, but I'm saying what I think. And I think more people, you need to think. In other words, you are welcome to think for yourself here. You don't have to agree with everything that I say. And look, if I listen back to things that I say over thousands of episodes, I'm probably not going to agree. I change my mind. I change my thoughts. I have strong opinions and I hold them loosely. If better information comes across and I find something out, then I'll change my opinion. Most people just dig themselves in and are not going to adjust their approach. Either they'll try to control other people and tell people how to think, or they are going to dig in so hard. And even when they are approached, even when you have all the facts and so much better information, they're going to have that cognitive dissonance and just eject it, that double think. They're like, nope, that doesn't exist. That's not the world we live in. You want to live in a land of make-believe, then there are plenty of people that are willing to accept you. But, if you want to live free and you want to, say what you want to say what you need to say what you need to say.
He's heating up! He's on fire!
Then you come to the Daily Swole and you fight for freedom. Make some sick fucking games. All right. Cerny, I agree with everything you just said. I don't even know what I said. I blacked out. What happened? What just fucking happened? I don't even know what I just said. Anyone?
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
I blacked out. Okay, we need our freedom. We sure do. All right, hashtag go to the fucking gym. Let's get this full card away. Oh. We are on fire today.
Dodson! We've got Dodson here!
Let's give this motherfucker away. Motherfucker! What are we doing here? What's going on? What the fuck happened? Where am I? Scroll. 3, 2, 1. Is that a big 0? That's a big goose. We'll do one more falcon. Come on now. Stop fucking around. Give us some sweet action. Scroll, stop. Scroll, stop. Nope. We're coming down. Who's Kevin? Coming down. Nope. One more. Nope. One more time. Falcon, get us. Fucking find one. Scroll. I am missing. I see it. I'm missing it. I'm like, should I just give it to that person? No. Gotta land on it. Sometimes we have the 4 or 5 rounder. That was a long one. Stop. No. Stop. One more time. Oh, it's at the buzzer. Keep on dropping it. Nope, I didn't land on that one. I hit the wrong button. This is too intense. At the buzzer. 3, 2. I don't want to do this anymore. Come on, man. Please. For fuck's sake. Identify as vaccinated. Are we? We got one. Oh my God, for fuck's sake. We landed on one. All right, Falcon. Took you long enough. James Martino. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. Let's get another one. Gorillas. Congratulations, James. You know what? That just reminded me. I think on an earlier post, I saw it, but I didn't read it. Did you say your son said go to the fucking gym? Congratulations, James. Send us an email. I'm going to scroll up and see if I can find that comment because I saw it and I laughed inside. And then it's so convenient. All right, check out this post. Congratulations, James. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2044 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Check out this. I saw this and I saw it and I laughed in my brain, but I was on a rant. James wrote earlier, don't know if it's a good thing listening to Papa in earshot of my kids. My 11-year-old asked me if I went to the fucking gym. That kid is an absolute treasure. Protect that child. Protect that child. Protect that fucking child. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. You're raising your kids right. When your 11-year-old asks you to go, if you went to the fucking gym, how do you skip? You're like, God damn it. And call me. It's like, fuck, I guess someone's going to the fucking gym. All right. Congratulations. Send us that email. Let's nut this beach. Remember, join the fam today. The greatest fam in the realm. SwoleNormousX.com. What a fucking rant today. It went long, but that's what she said. Long is good. Long is good. Let's nut this beach. Falcon, take us away. Join the fam today. SwoleNormousX.com. Tomorrow, Swole Slut Saturday. We'll see you there. Peace out. Bitch. Let's get some cock piano going in a second.
I don't know how to put this.
Gotta get it done.
But kind of a big deal.
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
He's on fire!
That Hansel's so hot right now.
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
Ooh, fucking really jammed it on that last one. Let's fucking go. Let's go, bitches. All right. And we're good. And we're good. That felt good. That felt nice. Nice. Felt fucking nice. All right. We gotta get out of here. But oh, you know what? At the buzzer. Smoke another one. Smoke another one. Smoking a pancake.
A three-letter word. Jobs. Jobs.
That's Ford, Brandon. Okay, before we go, let's just get a quick one. I know it was unexpected. I know some people punched out already. You fucking missed out. It's time for a fucking water break, beaches. Everyone get your water. Let's fucking go. 3, 2, 1. Go fuck yourself. Let's fucking go. Chug, 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 chug. Get it, kitty. Oh God, what'd that taste like? It tastes like coffee. The water went under the coffee and the burp tasted like coffee. Oh my God, I'm going to throw up maybe. That was a lot of water. That was a lot. Hold on a second. We got to pause for a second. Hold on a second. It's coming. Okay.
I give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
This is where the burping originally came from. It came from the water break, and after I chugged so much water and sucked in so much air, I was like, and everyone would rate the burps and stuff like that. So this is where it originated. So you see, there's always a source. There's always that genesis. A 6, a 9, a 6.3, a 10, a 10, a fucking 10. There's nice. A little nightcap for you. All right. We'll see you tomorrow for Swole Saturday, fam. We'll follow this up. See you in the Telegram chat as well. Go make some sick fucking gains, and we'll see you then. Peace, McGee's, deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swole. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Ay, yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my